Well, hi vinyl community. It's been about a month or so since I've done a video, so I thought it was time just to sort of sum up and give you some highlights of what I've been doing. We had Record Store Day a few weeks ago. That was the first one I'd ever been to. I went to a shop northwest of London in somewhere called Watford, and it was a good atmosphere. I had to wait outside for a while, but that was almost like the best part of it. Just talking to other people and uh, finding where they came from and what they wanted to buy. Um, got inside the shop, didn't take too long, maybe like 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, and there was like a very small shop, which is why they were sort of limiting how many people could come in at a time. Most of the stock was there. Now my problem with it, or two problems, was one, some of the stuff was very expensive, and I think Wes in America sort of, when I converted how much stuff that he had there that he bought, it appeared to be a lot cheaper there, and then in Finland it appeared to be Mikko spent a lot more money on things there, so it was very like mixed price range of what you could pick up really. But they had most of the stuff, and they had tea and coffee, which was really good. And well, it is only like once a year, and these shops do have to make their money, so I suppose I shouldn't really be um, critical of it. Anyway, I only bought one thing in the end, because the other thing that I had about it was I didn't really know what a lot of the stuff was, and I wasn't feeling particularly adventurous on the day, so I just ended up buying this 10-inch, which is all music from Finland by new bands. There we go. I could even read them out actually. They're all in English anyway. Names of the bands and tracks. There's Satellite Stories, Neov, The New Tigers, Jarkko Aino Kalevi, Miguel Wagner, and Beast Milk. So I haven't played it yet, but I hope it's going to be good. That was £12, I think it cost me. So after that, I did try to go to another shop in Watford and couldn't actually find where it was. So that was it. I'd had enough really, and was very hungry after that. Although it was a good shop, and the tea and coffee was great as well too. So the most important thing that has happened is that this album came out. It's a guy from Nightwish. He's called Us Holopainen, and he makes most of the music for Nightwish. And this is this dream that he's had to do this album since he was like a teenager, to make an album based on the comics from Scrooge McDuck, which is Donald Duck's uncle. And this is all the artwork's done by this guy here who did the comics here, Don Rosa, and he is pictured on the inside as well. Sorry, just down here, yeah, there. And this album is just amazingly good. I would really recommend this. I haven't seen anyone else show it yet, but well, you can listen to it on YouTube anyway. But it's just, yeah, it's on Nuclear Blast. It's just on plain black vinyl. I didn't go for the blue just because of the sound quality. There's some nice labels there as well. I think it's probably the same on the other side, but it seems to be a good pressing, and it plays well. Yeah, it's difficult to describe what it is really, what sort of music it is, but it has elements of Nightwish in it, and it's singing in English. So I suppose it would make a good film, or maybe it would be best just as it is, and then you can use your imagination as to what the music is like. So yeah, really good album, and that was from actually an audiophile shop I bought it from, and he actually ordered it in, and he didn't know what it was, and he only charged me £15 for it, which that's not very much at all, I don't think, really, for something like that. So I was really pleased with that one. Now going back a very long time ago, this was the 1st of March actually. I went to see this band here, who are an English sort of punk band, and I'm not really a fan, or not really into this sort of punk music particularly. So they actually played at this pub in the town where I live, and they had a list of all these gigs on. So I thought, okay, we'll go to this, and then maybe go and see another one. I think was it some people from Stiff Little Fingers were playing. But having been to this, and it being a nice little music venue, it went and closed down. So the pub, I guess, just doesn't make money, or difficult to support music these days, especially in a small provincial town in England. So here's an album by them, which I've got. So that was that really. I don't know what else to say about it, but it was a pretty good gig. They did all of these sort of hits that they had here. Angels with Dirty Faces they did, and Leave Me Alone, Hurry Up Harry. Yeah, so that was that really. It was a bit strange to go to something, and then, well, that was the end of that. No more gigs, I'm afraid. So I'm gonna have to go to London if I want to go and see someone else really. On to just a few bargains I found. Most of these I found today, but this one I just happened to be in this place that I go to on the right day. Lady walks in with some records. Most of them were 78s, which isn't really a lot of good for me because I haven't got anything to play it on. But this one I just grabbed. Now I actually emailed the lady that does the Troggs website or fan club, and she said that this isn't actually that rare, but he has actually signed it. But apparently he used to sign everything. Reg Presley, though, you can't really see that very well. Reg Prez XXX. I mean, on the plus side, it hasn't got to Britney or to John or something on it. But the thing I don't really like about it is it's re-recordings of their hits, sort of done like 1980s, I think, or late 70s, early 80s. So a bit of a disappointment, really. And I'm not sure that I almost feel like I just want to cash in on that and put it on eBay. So I put a few things on eBay, just this last week or so. Yeah, and well, never mind. Just wanted to have a little moan about eBay as well, actually, because it reminded me of this album that I had on there, which I sold to somebody who then I just couldn't wrangle out of the Prisoner album, which has got from the original TV series that we had in the UK here. But the person that bought it, I don't know what happened, but it wasn't in this condition when you probably can't really see it, but it has some. It came back in a lot worse condition than what I sent it in, and she started moaning to people. So I suppose those things sometimes put you off eBay. I mean, most of the time I've had good results from it, and it's a bit of a shame really, because this is a nice package. It's got that, and it's got a making of book of the program, a map of the village. There we go. Of course, this was remade in America, wasn't it? With the guy who was, I can't remember his name, but he was in The Passion. That's an original poster of it there, and all the music on the back there. Most of it's sort of quite classical, incidental music. So, yeah, I was a bit put off about that, and it was a few years ago, but I don't really know what to do with this album now. Anyway, pop that back down there. Just a few things I've been listening to recently, and then I'll come just to the things that I found today. So just very much into Hung Up by Madonna at the moment, and playing it over and over again. And then ABBA, which is obviously where Madonna was the only person who's sampled ABBA, I think. Yeah, that's right. And then the Avalanches are the only people who've sampled Madonna. So I've had this since it came out, which was 1992. But then this one, the older one, has some other ones on it, which is, I think I prefer this as a compilation, really. Yeah, it has a few of the really early ones, like Ring Ring, So Long, I think, on it. So I'm almost thinking that I might sell the ABBA Gold now, I don't know. Anyway, been listening to this as well, which, if you watched my videos, I bought this from the same place as I got the Us Holopainen album, and that's a really good album. It's a Griffin, and it's called Midnight Mushrumps. A little bit Jethro Tull, and I keep listening to the Shadows' Greatest Hits as well, and I found a copy recently of that, which I really like. Okay, because I seem to have sold every copy that I've had of it. I don't know why, but okay, just some quick charity shop things that I found today or recently. Here, this is a city in the UK called Milton Keynes, and it's a flexi disc trying to get people to move there. It was a city that sort of came up from a village in about late 1970s, early 1980s, and it's very much like a sort of based in blocks, like an American sort of, or what I would imagine an American city to be like, which isn't very English market town based. So it says, you've never seen anything like it. Well, no, if you've been to Milton Keynes, you never have seen anything like it. Because I usually end up getting lost, because the signposts sort of divert you round all the roundabouts, and then you can't quite remember where you're north, south, east, west are. Anyway, these are mostly on World Record Club. I think it's just like a UK budget label or re-releases of albums. So we have a Sister Rosetta Tharpe album, which plays very nicely. I've just played that now today. I've got some of their other ones already. A guy called Sonny Stitt, Only the Blues. I went for a lot of these, and I don't know much about jazz, but they've often only got 4 tracks on them, so I'm thinking that it must be quite interesting sort of things. Dizzy Gillespie with Stuff Smith, from recorded July 1957. The liner notes on these are quite interesting as well. Just various people who've written them, and they're quite interesting if you don't know anything about jazz. Stan Getz, The Steamer, Hollywood, 1957. Modern Jazz Quartet. Don't know anything about that, but just, you sometimes see a whole batch of things and pick up the rest of them. And album I think I've had before as well, a Josh White album. So, yes, quite good. It's okay. So I think I'll leave it at that. That's 14 minutes. So I could do another video in a minute and just show you some things on the shelf that I hadn't come to. I've been a bit aware lately. A lot of my videos I've done have been about things from the 1980s, so I think I'd like to do something else now. So tune in again, or the next time you have a spare 15 or so minutes to see me. So thanks again, and speak to you soon. Bye.